he's going to get challenged today because the Trojans will probably press him, maybe trap at different times. He's going to have to take on a lot of responsibility today.
So these two teams did not play last year. Underway in Jonesboro. Almost 700 days since these two teams last played each other. Little Rock coming off a win against Central Arkansas. Arkansas State's won 2 in a row. Hook shot by John. Misses. Follow-up no good as well, and a rebound for Davis.
Well, you see right away, that's Little Rock right there. They're really going to try to use their size, really work the offense as deep as they can and take advantage of that size inside.
See the starting 5 for Arkansas State. Feltz has scored in double figures the last 4 games in a row. Good ball movement here. Put back by El Sheik. It drops.
Yeah, I think, and when you look at these starting lineups, I think this is a big game with Marquise Davis. You know, when you look at, because of the injuries, he's again starting today kind of at the guard spot, the 3 spot. And when you look at the season so far, he's averaging almost half of it. Has half his average when he's playing at the guard spot as opposed to the 4 spot. He's getting more and more comfortable, but it'd be nice to see him have a big game from that position.
Yeah, that'll be something to monitor for sure. Shot clock winding down. Jefferson puts one up and ties it at 2.
Well, Jefferson's been on a real tear the last 4 games, 4 straight games in double figures. He started the last 3 games.
Yeah, he's really come on, the sophomore out of Marietta, Georgia. Here's Davis, leans in, misses it. Offensive rebound, put back good by El Sheik, and that's what he does. He's not afraid to grab some rebounds.
Get the rebounds, but again, even with Davis missing that shot there, I already like him being a little bit more aggressive, attacking, again, from the guard spot. This is not his normal comfortable position. Unfortunately, he's had to play it more than Coach Bellotto would like, but I like him being more aggressive out of that guard spot.
First lead of the half for Little Rock. It's Jefferson again. And now he gets a steal. Flips it to Smith. Here's a corner 3. That one's short. Davis with a rebound. El Sheik calling for it. Good pass to Lewell, and he's fouled.
Yeah, great give and go there with the post entry. And, we always talk with post. When you post passes inside, don't stand, you dive to the rim. It's a great job. He passes, dives to the rim, and a good pass there to give it back to him by El Sheik.
One thing we haven't touched on yet, Arkansas State, they are without Malcolm Farrington for the 3rd game in a row, which means Julian Lewell has seen his minutes go up and up. He's coming off a career-high 26 minutes in the win against Alabama State.
That's another, you and I talked the last game we did together with I think El Sheik is a really good passer. And when you look statistically, it's like, oh, wait, he's only got 6 assists on the year, 29 turnovers. I think a lot of it's just bad luck. There's another case there. That's a really, really big-time pass by him. He doesn't get the assist because of the foul, but I think he's a really good passer. I don't think the numbers are reflecting how good of an interior passer he is.
Well, you can tell he's just getting more comfortable. Remember, he's making the jump from Division II to Division I. Here's Gardner. He's who we touched on a moment ago. That's who Little Rock will lean on a lot this afternoon. Gordon fires the 3. There's another rebound for El Sheik, and he gets fouled by Gordon. Boy, he took a shot, too. That's the first foul on Gordon, second one on Little Rock.
You see right away here, Little Rock picking up full court. Not only obviously trying to create some turnovers, but pick up the pace. They want to get this to be a high-scoring game, so, not afraid to challenge with full court press.
Here's Davis. He only played 7 minutes the last time these two teams played against each other. That was 2 years ago. Lewell in trouble. Shot clock is winding down. El Sheik makes his move. Look at the spin move. Misses it, though, and a rebound for Gordon. this will be a foul underneath on Arkansas State. This will be the first in the half, and it is on Avery Phelps.
First team foul charge to the Red Wolves.
This is DJ Smith at the line, the sophomore out of North Little Rock. Went to North Little Rock High School where he won a 6A state championship. He is an outstanding free throw shooter.
He is. That's one of the, actually with him and Gardner, both really good free throw shooters. And you love you when you have a point guard who's a great free throw shooting. If you can get late in the game with a lead, it's hard to beat a team when you've got a point guard that can really shoot free throws.
Well, he's 83% this season. He has now made 8 free throws in a row. 7-5 lead for the Trojans. And here's a turnover. Jefferson with a steal and a flush by Gordon. Largest lead for the Trojans, and here's a turnover. Carry on Davis. 3 turnovers already on Arkansas State.
Well, that's an area they've done a really good job of all year. They've taken care of the ball. This is not a team that turns it over very often. Just kind of maybe weather this storm here a little bit with the press. They'll get more comfortable with it as they go along. But, with Little Rock, they have such length along their front line. You got Gordon there at 6'8" on the front of that press. Makes it very difficult to pass over.
Ethan Speaker on the floor for the first time for Little Rock. Here's a turnover, the first against the Trojans. Phelps with a 3-on-1. Put back by El Sheik. It's good. He's got 6 to lead the Red Wolves.
I like Phelps being aggressive there. I even like more El Sheik not quitting on the play. You don't assume you're going to score. Stay in the play.
This will be a foul on El Sheik, his first, second in the half on February of 2020. These two teams were scheduled to play twice last year, could not do it due to COVID-19 issues. Gordon gives up an open 3, fires a long 2, and this will be a foul over the back on Gardner. See his reaction. That's his first foul. Third and a half on Little Rock.
Well, Little Rock's a really aggressive offensive rebounding team. You got to do a great job of keeping them off the boards. Here's Little Rock back, picking up again with the press here.
Terrence Ford checks in, true freshman out of Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, and this is going to be a big moment here with Arkansas State again, because they cannot expect Fields just to have to, they're doing everything they can to face guard, and make somebody else have to handle the ball against the press. So big opportunity for Ford here as a freshman.
He played well in the last game in the win against Alabama State. Here's Phelps, step back 3. Shorts, offensive board for Davis. Phelps, another opportunity. Misses them both.
I bet if you give him a third one, he won't miss it.
No doubt. Shooting 40% from the outside this season.
Oh, good cut.
That's Gardner, his first bucket.
And a little bit that I watched Little Rock prior to this game, I was really impressed with their interior passing. We talked about El Sheik for Arkansas State, but there's an example of that. Their bigs can really pass the ball inside. And because of that, Gardner able to get the easy layup.
El Sheik being aggressive early in this first half. That is the 4th foul on Little Rock. Free throws on the way for El Sheik. Well, free throws this season, they have been an adventure for El Sheik. 56%. How did you like to handle free throws? If you had a player on your team where it was, it could be an adventure.
I think if you ask any coach, if you ever come up with the answer for that, I think everybody's different. Everybody's different. Their mentality, you know your player, and sometimes you just need to get away from it. Don't even talk about it. There's other times, you gotta really, work through it. So I think every player's individually. You just try to get their mindset and what trick's going to work.
Well, Mike Bellato has said he just does not discuss it at all.
Yeah, and as I said, there are some players that's the way you approach it. They got to work through it. And the last thing you want to do is add more pressure to it.
new life for Arkansas State. Here's a long two for Fields. That was his first shot attempt and another offensive rebound. 6 offensive boards for the Red Wolves in this first half.
Yeah, we talked about Little Rock's ability to rebound, and so far Arkansas State's doing a better job on the offensive glass. Davis
just forces one up. Red Wolves just 1 of 5 from deep.
Yeah, that's one of those where, again, I think players playing a little bit out of position. You know, we always talk about baseline drive by a point guard. Shooters should be sliding to opposite corner. Marquise Davis didn't slide there, made for a tough pass and tough catch there. I think your Farrington, Phelps, those guys would have been in the corner and been able to get an easy catch for a 3 there.
White misses his first shot. Here's Ford slicing through all the traffic, lays it in. He is so fast in transition like that.
You know, at the end of the game, he just touched on White for Little Rock. He had a huge game the other night against UCA, and their win hit 3 threes. A grad senior.
Wow, a charge is called on Walker. That was Phelps able to draw it. Here's the replay.
Yeah, making sure he's got his feet outside of the restrictive arc. He's out. And I know Coach Bellato, back to earlier, he was really concerned about White. He has the ability to change his team for Little Rock if he can really get going with his shooting.
Couple fresh faces in for Arkansas State. Dietrich Reeves on the floor, sophomore out of Marion, Arkansas, playing in his 6th game this season. And then Isaiah Nelson, the 6'10 freshman forward out of Marietta, Georgia. Nelson coming on strong as of late for Arkansas State. Ford connects on a long 2. White's lost it out of bounds. A turnover on Little Rock, their 3rd.
There's not a lot of space there by Arkansas State. They crowded the passing lanes there, and White not able to get through.
Well, Gardner was not on the bench very long at all for Little Rock. He checks back in.
White is a big guard, isn't he? Those broad shoulders.
That is good news for Little Rock and their head coach, Darrell Walker. Here's a long 2 that is missed. That was Lewell with the jumper. Bellion, the low post, matched up with Nelson, turns into the double team and has it taken away. Here's Ford, and this will be an offensive charge on Ford. Nice job by DJ Smith to plant his feet and draw that charge.
He didn't really get his feet set, but Ford did lower his shoulder a little bit.
3rd foul on Arkansas State. That was the first personal on Ford. Little Rock has not scored in approaching 3 minutes. There's Jefferson. 4 straight games in double figures. Shot clock under 10. Jefferson calling for it. He's going to line up a 3 and drains it.
Great offensive possession by Little Rock. Now late into the shot clock and still able to get a good look at a 3.
Jefferson has 8 points to lead all scorers.
So as we talked earlier, 4 straight games of double figures. He's certainly well on his way to the 5th straight.
Reeves, the JUCO transfer from John A. Logan, tried to slip it into Nelson. It was last touch by Little Rock. Media timeout, 11-14 first half. It's a 3. This media timeout.
See if Little Rock goes. They a lot of times in these side outs or after looks like they're staying. No, they might be going zone. You'll see them switch up a lot of times. Maybe a 1-3-1, a trap, or out of timeouts, or certainly these half-court situations. They did go zone Yep, they did. Just, again, out of a timeout, knowing they only had 5 seconds for Arkansas State to set up a shot. Good decision by Coach Walker.
They forced the 5th turnover for Arkansas State. Here's Jefferson. Gets it to Gardner. Gardner only 2 points so far. You know they want to get him going. Here he is, guarded by Reeves. Nice pass to Gordon.
Yeah, I was just about to say, he can be an impact even though when he's not scoring. Again, leads in assists, rebounds, steals. He's going to get his hands on a little bit of everything, not just the scoring. Another great pass by him and an assist.
Reeves trying a 3, barely grazed at the front of the rim, and Arkansas State still searching for the first points in over 2.5 minutes. White calling for it. He misses a 3. Who do the Red Wolves want to go to for a bucket? Over 3 minutes since they've scored. Nelson, the freshman, calling for it. Another turnover.
Yeah, telegraphed that one a little bit. The help side was on the way. As soon as the ball left Felt's hand, Nelson had no chance to catch that and make a play.
Baseline jumper, Gordon off the mark.
Good.
Here's Lowell.
Yeah,
Had enough space underneath to lay it in.
Yeah, they're struggling a little bit in the half court. One of the remedies is that don't get to the half court. Get down and transition. Great job by Arkansas State pushing the tempo there, getting a layup before Little Rock's able to get their defense set.
Little Rock shooting 43% from the field so far in this first half. Nice move all the way to the rim. Jefferson, he's 4 of 4 from the field.
Already in double figures.
This is the largest lead for Little Rock. Feltz is eventually fouled. Number 6 on the Trojans. Boy, Feltz was working for that one.
Yeah, I tell you, that's obviously a foul, which is, for Arkansas State. But none of that. When you look over at the scores table, you got Davis, Fields, Al-Sheikh sitting there wanting the clock to stop so they can get checked in. So that foul by Little Rock, not only a foul, but allows Arkansas State to get these 3 into the game. See Little Rock again. They go, there they go, that 1-3-1 out of the side out there. Really, really long up front on that, trying to challenge, try to make every pass over a hand.
Ford leans in, put back by El-Sheikh, no. Offensive rebound again.
Because of the length of that 1-3-1, probably the best way to attack it is off the dribble. You see Ford did a really good job of attacking and getting inside of it.
That works too. How about a 3 for Fields? Gordon spinning, and he's fouled. 4th on Arkansas State. This one will go on Nelson. That's the first on Nelson. Gordon at the line for the first time for Little Rock. Gordon, one of 3 players for the Trojans to start every game this season.
If you're Arkansas State already, you're expecting the press, get organized right here. Make sure you're organized even before the free throw goes up here. Make sure you got your plan, get organized to attack this press.
No Little Rock fans and head coach Darrell Walker happy to have Gordon back on the floor. Only played 8 games last year before being injured against Colorado State and missing the rest of the season. Almost intercepted by Jefferson. What are your impressions so far for Arkansas State on the offensive side of things?
Well, they haven't shot a great percentage, but one of the, they always say in basketball, the way you win, you got to get more shots or better shots, and they're not getting great percentage shooting great, but they are getting more.
Then they reunited when he became the head coach in Washington. And he's the only active head coach with experience or being a head coach in the NBA, WNBA, Division I, and Division II. That is incredible.
I'd say it's safe to say there's not going to be anything he hasn't seen in basketball, right? A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I think in the notes it even said he had a year. Was it in the CBA? Does that still exist? Is there still a CBA?
I don't. Let's look it up.
I know we got the G League. We got the G League now. I'm not sure about I don't know if there is a CBA anymore.
This puts Little Rock at the free throw line. This is Ethan Speaker, the freshman out of Boulder City, Nevada. Been a two-time OVC Freshman of the Week, already twice this season.
Yeah,
redshirted last year due to an injury.
Yeah, they had real high hopes for him last year, and then they said was out with an injury. And my guess is as the year goes along, you're going to see more and more of him.
Julian Little returns the floor for the Red Wolves. He replaces Isaiah Nelson.
The CBA, Ryan, are you ready for this?
Yes.
Ended in 2009. So it went on for a while.
So 13 years ago. I guess I haven't missed it too much, have I? If I did 13 years without it.
1946 to 2009.
I hadn't worn any of my CBA T-shirts or ball caps lately. Horn set, roll and rise for Arkansas State.
Here's El Sheik just cleaning things up. He's already got 8 points and 9 rebounds.
Arkansas State goes zone.
First time they've shown that in this first half.
Good pass fake.
Speaker holds it up top to Jefferson. Jefferson goes to work, pull-up jumper, way off the mark, and Speaker at the buzzer. Wow.
Yeah, I think zone. I think it's a good move. And he's back to this end now. Little Rock is in the 1-3-1, so both teams, mixing things up a little bit. What I was going to say with Arkansas State, I like the idea of zone against Little Rock. The challenge you're going to have is rebounding. They're such a good offensive rebounding team, and for them to find space in the gaps in the zone, you're going to have to really keep them off the boards.
There's Jefferson. Count it! What a first half for Jefferson. 12 points to lead all scorers. He'll go to the line for the first time today.
His first personal, 15 foul, 16 foul to the Red Wolves.
Strong move.
Only averaging 8 points a game entering today, but he has been white hot for Little Rock.
Marquise Davis.
Yeah, in his last 4 games, 10, 17, 14, and 12. And he's already at 13 today. Still in that 1-3-1. Again, 2 ways to attack a 1-3-1. Diagonal passes, looking cross court, or, even attacking it off the dribble. And use your quickness.
There's El Sheik.
I tell you, I love the game that El Sheik is having right now. The game looks very simple to him today. He's just kind of hanging around the rim, finishing easy shots.
And what a find for Mike Pilato in Arkansas State. El Sheik and his third different stop, Fairfield University and Assumption College, a Division II program in Massachusetts.
Yeah, he's going to find himself at a double-double in the first half alone.
He's got 2 this season, trying to make it 3. This has been the only hiccup this afternoon for him at the free throw line. Hasn't made one yet. Still trying to knock his first one down.
Arkansas State, they went back man.
Speaker A rainbow three off the mark. Sheik calling for it. Receives it. Guarded by Speaker. Somehow gets it in.
Yeah, and I think, again, even though you're not going to see it in the stat line, I love Lowell, again, making the great post-entry pass. And as soon as he passes, he was diving at the rim. If El Sheik misses that shot, he's going to be there for an offensive putback. So great job by Lowell.
Corner three for Jordan Jefferson. He's got 16 to lead all scorers. It's tipped to Feltz. He launches a three. Might have got it partially blocked. Fourth from the other corner. That's no good. And Gardner with a rebound. He leads the OVC in rebounds this year. Jefferson has been the difference maker so far in this first half. Throws up a wild shot, and he comes down limping. Didn't quite see what happened, but right like when he landed, he immediately...
Yeah, I'm going to assume ankle kind of, when he landed there.
There's the replay. Kind of hard to see from that vantage point. He's going to come out of the game, I think. No, yeah, he's coming out. When you look at Arkansas State, El Sheik has 12 points. The next leading scorer is Ford, and he's got 4. So it has been the El Sheik show. Now count that one for Terrence Ford.
Yeah, I was saying, then Ford's going to add to those numbers you just talked about.
He just seems to gain more confidence the longer the season goes on.
Yeah, I thought, the other night watching Little Rock against Central Arkansas, they really extended their defense out. Really, really extended it. Not only with the 1-3-1, but even when they're in man, you feel like there's an opportunity for Fields and also Ford to be able to attack off the dribble there, like he just did. A lot of times you're seeing guards use ball screens and different things like that, and I think there's some cases like this where you don't even ball screen. They just need to attack one-on-one.
Chris Walker returns for Little Rock. He's played 7 minutes in this first half for the freshman out of Florida. Knocked away by El Sheik momentarily, picked up by Gordon. Here's White, pull-up jumper, rattles one home.
Yeah, he was huge the other night in their win over Central Arkansas. White was. If he can get going, it's a big spark for Little Rock.
Another turnover, 8 on Arkansas State. Here's Gardner with a bullet pass to Gordon.
Yeah, Lowell at the other end, he's done a really good job in a high-low entry into El Sheik. I think he just got in a little bit of a hurry on that last one, rushed it. Just need to be a little bit more patient.
Largest lead of the afternoon for Little Rock. Arkansas State, they are no strangers to being down from behind as Terrence Ford another layup. He's up to 9 points.
Another example there. Arkansas State actually was going into a ball screen. He just refused it, took off baseline. Ball screen refusal, went one-on-one baseline to get a wide-open layup.
Hook shot, no good from Gordon, out of bounds, and it belongs to Little Rock.
Media timeout on the floor.
We have reached the media timeout, 3:06. Well, we touched on Fields at the top of this broadcast, and so far he's only attempted 2 shots.
Yeah, I think he's got to get more aggressive scoring again, just like what Ford has been doing. Just attacking more off the dribble.
Yeah, Ford 9 points on 4-6 shooting.
For basketball, those that have studied the game of basketball, they always say one of the oldest offenses in basketball is flex. And that's what you see Little Rock run the majority of the game is flex.
Shot put up and in by Walker with a physical move, his first 2 points.
There's a reason it's the oldest offense because it still works. It worked back then and it still works now.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's not broken, don't fix it.
If you run it right, it can be one of the most frustrating things there are to defend.
Fields is fouled on his journey to the bucket. His first trip to the line. Touched on it a moment ago, but Arkansas State, they have been trailing in each of the last 2 games in the second half, and they were able to climb out of those holes and secure victories. They were down by 11 against Southeast Missouri State. Were able to win that one by 7, and then trailing at halftime to Alabama State, and then were able to win 72-65 against the Hornets.
I know Fields, late in the game the other night against Alabama State, tweaked his ankle. And, I know it's been bothering him a little bit too. I know that's got to be playing a factor in this deal. He's not quite as explosive as we've seen him. Hopefully, as the game hopefully if you're for Arkansas State fan, if you can, as the game goes along, maybe loosen it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Get more confident on it.
Also, next game for both of these teams, it's in 7 days, so that's going to help too with those bumps and bruises.
It's got to be hopefully for Arkansas State, get some players back, maybe Farrington back, possibility of getting Caleb London back by conference. I know that would be a big lift for him too, to give some more depth at this guard spot.
Conference play coming up next for both of these teams. Arkansas State opens at Old Dominion. Little Rock will take on UT Martin at home. Their first season in the OVC. Gordon over El Sheik uses the window.
Right there. It's just simple flex offense. Able to get a good flex screen to get Gordon freed up on the block.
Davis on a drive, finds Ford, gives up the 3 for a long 2. Rattles out. Ten-point lead, biggest of the day for Little Rock. Approaching the final 90 seconds. Gordon again. Gordon this time misses it with a left hand.
Yeah, Gordon was actually heading into a ball screen, and El-Sheik anticipated it. Gordon with a good backdoor cut.
Davis, corner 3, got it.
That's what I talked about earlier with the baseline drive. There you see Davis is actually in the corner, allows for an easier pass for that guard driving baseline, able to catch and hit that shot in rhythm. He missed the one earlier where he didn't get to the corner, and it just makes for tough timing on the pass, which in turn makes tough rhythm and timing on the shot as well.
Boy, Little Rock has to feel good at where they are with Gardner only scoring 2 points in this first half. Smith turns and fires. There's the double-double for El-Sheik. You can just tell Fields just doesn't look comfortable right now. Got a grimace on his face. El-Sheik.
Look at Lul there again. I love right now. Again, as soon as that ball left Marquise Davis's hands, El-Sheik, you got Lul diving there. He had his hands on that offensive rebound, almost had another one, but great discipline in knowing when that ball's going to the post, you're going to immediately get to the rim.
Got a player for Little Rock. That is Jordan Jefferson. It just went down away from the play.
He's going in pain a little bit, and then they decide they're going to take a look at it.
So that was the flagrant, and now this will be Jefferson to handle the free throws. What a first half for Jefferson, but he misses the first one. Jefferson has 16 points to lead all scorers. That was his first miss at the line. And he goes 1 out of 2. So now all the Trojans, the shot hold clock, for the final shot.
Right, because the shot clock's off. So.
Lul back in the game defensively for Arkansas State.
Arkansas State shows zone out of it. We'll see if they stay in it or switch back into man. Looks like they're going to stay in it.
5 seconds. 3 seconds. White's jumper at the horn, shorts, and Little Rock will take an 8-point lead.
The guard spot, as he just has not been nearly the scorer at that position. And, another game here where he's only got 3. They need to get him some more scoring.
See how often they want to go to him. He's 1 of 5 shooting. Same 5 that started the game on the floor to begin the second half for Arkansas State. Ethan Speakers on the floor to begin the second half for Little Rock. Here's Davis. He'll try a topside three and drains it.
They need that. He needs that to get his confidence going at that spot, and certainly the team does as well.
Again, Little Rock, they got to be happy with a lead at halftime with Gardner only scoring 2 points. How about that bucket by DJ Smith?
Good fake before the shot.
Felt scoreless in the first half for Arkansas State. He's reached double figures the last 4. There's El Sheik. He's fouled. First in the half on Little Rock.
Good ball screen by El Sheik, and he slips it. Field's able to get it inside to him.
Foul on Speaker, his second. Neither team really is dealing with foul problems. Gardner has 3. He's the only one with 3. Ford has 3. For Arkansas State, El Sheik draws another foul.
Good post entry by Marquise Davis. I know I keep saying this, but again, you see who even they call the foul, but on that miss, Lowell was right there to get the ball in his hands. Again, he's doing a great job at diving as soon as that ball goes inside.
Well, just talking about all the fouls. That's now number 3 on Speaker. El Sheik looking for his first make at the line today. He's 0 for 3. And Arkansas State, they're the second worst free throw shooting team in the Sun Belt.
If you're Davis or Lowell here, you just keep it alive. If it's a miss, it doesn't mean it's not the end of the world if you can figure out a way to get an offensive rebound. They actually did earlier on one of his free throw misses. They kept it alive and got the offensive rebound.
Yeah, offensive rebounds has been big for Arkansas State today. They have 10.
I had one year at a stretch where my team was shooting poorly from the free throw line, and so we actually, for the first time ever, I put in a free throw rebounding play. It was a play we would run on the free throw. And the players, it made him so mad that I put the play in that we started shooting free throws great after that. It's one of the best decisions I ever made. They were offended that we had to have a play for missed free throws, so they just started making all their free throws.
Another bucket for El Sheik, 15 points for him. That's incredible, though.
Yeah, it was one of the greatest. I was like, okay, I guess they showed me, but I got the results I wanted regardless.
Did it have a name? Here's a rainbow 3, and Jefferson stays hot.
I don't know if it had a name or not, but it was clearly, like I said, we would call it on the free throw, and the player shooting the free throw would make him so mad, but literally our free throw shooting percentage went up because of it, because they got so mad about it.
El Sheik, he's fouled again, this time by Gordon. So now the fouls are starting to pile up for Little Rock. That's the 3rd on Gordon, and he's the 3rd Trojan with 3 fouls. El Sheik, if he makes them both, this would match his season high of 17, which he did at LSU in early November.
Here you see again, watch that. This is Lowell, the post entry here. He's made several of these, but you see as soon as the ball goes in, you see him, Lowell's coming in there, and that wasn't quite as aggressive on this one as some of the others, but, feeding it inside and then getting to the rim in case there is a miss.
Second free throw off the mark, a rebound for Gardner. His 3rd. Remember, he leads the OVC in rebounds. He averages 10 a game. There's Gardner trying to get going scoring-wise. Almost turns it over. Speaker with a jumper.
Yeah, that's crazy. They're just getting it up on a switch there. If we got Ford in on Gordon on inside, he's able to get the offensive rebound there. Little Rock took advantage of the switch.
Second foul on El Sheik. Gardner at the line for the first time. He's on his third different stop. Played his freshman season at Georgetown for Patrick Ewing. And he played at South Plains Community College in Texas as a sophomore and has had a great career at Little Rock. Four points for Gardner.
Is that 1-3-1, that extended 1-3-1 by Little Rock. Again, the idea of that is just trying to make people pass over the hands. Ooh, may have gotten away with the shuffle there, but again, good finish by El Sheik. Good pass by Marquise Davis.
That's a new season high for El Sheik, 18 and 11. Jefferson fouled after a hard fall. So Jordan Jefferson has been the difference maker today. 20 points. He has been a bright spot not only today, but the last handful of games for the Trojans.
It's 20 points in 19 minutes as well. And he's not done yet, going to the free throw line.
He's 2 of 3. For the sophomore out of Marietta, Georgia.
Anxious to see if Little Rock stays in that 1-3-1. They've this is the timing when they like to use it, either a side out play or maybe after a free throw. But Arkansas State, honestly, they've done a really good job of attacking it.
Isaiah Nelson back in the game for Arkansas State. They really have that 1-3-1 Arkansas State. They've just gone right at it.
They have. They've done a really good job of attacking it. The last time it was attacking off the dribble. That time they attacked with the pass. Full court on this one instead of half court.
And a foul on Jefferson. It was close, but Ford fell down. That is the fourth foul on Little Rock. Second personal on Jefferson.
Well, Gordon is long, isn't he, at the front of these press and in here, even right there at the half court trap.
That's why he's at the top of that 1-3-1. Fields short. Nelson offensive rebound. Lost it on the way up. There's Little Rock trying to answer quickly. Smith the three. Put back by Speaker is in. Little Rock always seems to have an answer. They go up by 9. The biggest lead today, it's been 10. And a foul on Jefferson. And this is potentially a problem for Little Rock. This is now the fourth Trojan with 3 fouls. Timeout called on the floor. It's a 9-point lead for Little Rock, looking for the first win in Jonesboro. And with a foul, his third. So how does that impact a coach, Brian, Darrell Walker, if you got 4 players with 3 fouls?
Yeah, you know, my thing on it is, and here Little Rock back in that 1-3-1, so they did come back with it again on the side out there. But you know, if you're Little Rock, you've got everything going for you right now. Everything is going your way, except just don't foul. You know, that really is the only way right now. You know, not the only way, but it's the way you can let Arkansas State back into this is, you know, at the free throw line, getting in foul trouble. You're playing a great game. You just can't make those type of mistakes, especially fouls that are, you know, that far away from the basket.
This is the largest lead of the game for Little Rock. Here's El Sheik. Lost it. Back-to-back turnovers on Arkansas State. Here's Gardner. Gardner cycles it out to Smith. Back to Gardner. Spins right into Nelson for the jump ball. The arrow favors Little Rock.
You know, if you're Arkansas State, you can't let the turnovers start piling up. As you said, back-to-back turnovers.
Wow, they overturned the call here. Wow. So one referee signaled jump ball, and then that was overturned and called a foul. And you see the reaction by Arkansas State head coach Mike Pilato.
Myron Gardner at the line for the Trojans.
Foul was called on Nelson, his third. He's the only Red Wolf with 3 fouls.
Gardner is not, he's not, the big scoring numbers, but once again, we're just sitting there gradually watching that stat line add up. He's with 5 points, he's got 4 rebounds, he's got 3 assists. He just fills up a stat line. Little Rock staying in that 1-3-1.
7-0 run for Little Rock. Almost another turnover. And you touch on a Gordon, he's 6'8". What a weapon he is at the top of that 1-3-1. There's a foul on Nelson underneath the bucket. 6 foul on Little Rock. So Arkansas State searching for their first points in over 2 minutes. So Nelson will have a crack at it at the line. Nelson, not a lot of minutes off the bench today for Nelson. He's only played 8 minutes so far. He has been a shot in the arm last 2 games and the victories for Arkansas State.
And I think to me, it's a case of, El Sheik's playing so well. And again, I think even Lowell, I think, he's making some good decisions. So it's probably more that than anything. This is an interesting lineup. You've seen him probably a little bit more than me, but you've got. Okay, now he went out there. Okay, so Nelson went back out there. I was going to say, they've got the 3 bigs out there at the same time. Arkansas State going to a zone now, shifting to a 2-3 zone.
They've shown that a little bit, but not a lot today. Gordon, that's how you beat it underneath. 14 for Gordon. Series dates back all the way to 1932. There's Ford, penetrates and puts it in. And a timeout called by Arkansas State. Like back then, well, gas was only $1.19 a gallon. Don't you miss those days? Home Alone, the box office favorite. The movie made almost $500 million, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the top-selling Christmas toy.
There's been a lot of changes in the Sun Belt Conference over all the years, but this was one of them you kind of just thought would never change. You always figured you'd have Little Rock and Arkansas State in the same league.
Yeah, so close to each other, so much history between these 2 programs. Tough shot by Smith, short, put back by Gordon, just lost control of it. Arkansas State trying to slice it to single digits. Last time they had the lead, it was 4-2. That was at the 18:26 mark in the first half. Another putback for El Sheik. First time he scored 20 points in his Arkansas State career.
That is by far the most explosive. That is by far the most explosive move by Fields that we've seen the whole game.
You can tell always coaching with the travel call.
Did that come out? I didn't know that came out loud. I was just thinking that. Sorry about that.
Here's Lewell. He'll turn and fire. Speaker had it snatched out of his hands by El Sheik, who's been a monster. And top 2 scorers today for the Trojans each have 4 fouls.
And you got Speaker and Gardner, the other 2 frontline players right behind him with 3.
23 points for Omar El Sheik. Arkansas State has cut it to an 8-point deficit. So who do the Trojans want to go to with their top 2 scorers today on the bench?
Right into that flex. They run that offense. There's another flex cut right there for get it inside.
Shot clock violation.
It's good defense by Arkansas State. With flex, again, part of it is you just turn it over and you turn it over and you turn it over and you turn it up, meaning you turn the offense over, not the ball. And you turn it over until it breaks down. And, Arkansas State didn't break down that time. They were able to play through the whole shot clock.
It was just the first turnover in the second half for Little Rock.
Little Rock going zone, obviously trying to probably avoid a little more foul trouble.
Here's Ford, pull-up jumper, drills it. He continues to play with a lot of confidence as the season rolls on. Terrence Ford getting close to a new career high. Speaker calling for it. Shot clock under 10. Gardner's going to take it. Gardner is fouled. Fourth on Arkansas State. That's Avery Felts with a foul. Arkansas State looking for a run midway point in the second half.
A good game. Again, just to me, it's appeared to be just a really simple game for him. He's looked almost effortless. And I know it's not. He's working hard, but he's just kind of stayed within himself, stayed around the rim, got some rebounds, putbacks. He's just had a really good game to this point. It's not something you would expect out of Gardner. He's a really good free throw shooter, so that's a miss which he'll certainly take for Arkansas State.
Yeah, he doesn't miss often. He goes 1 out of 2.
Little Rock went zoned only one possession before Arkansas State scores. They went back man.
Haven't played a lot of man-to-man today. A lot of dribbling here by Ford, and he takes it all the way in. Wow.
Keep getting to the rim if you're Ford. They haven't been able to stay in front of him to this point.
Gardner, guarded by Felts, leaves it short, gets his own rebound back. Here's a three for TJ Smith. Rebound Felts.
Good discipline by Felts as he's already got his third foul. Gardner was going to isolate and go one-on-one against him. He can't afford to pick up his fourth, and he didn't. He's going to stay with it. I mean, it's until they stop Ford. There he goes again. Oh,
this
they did
time,
stop. There you go.
Yeah,
they got it that
away
time.
by
Yeah.
TJ Smith.
Came from behind.
Open look, Walker can't hit the three. Arkansas State basketball. Really, for the first time today, there's some energy. There's life.
All the fouls early on just kind of put this game in a lull. But yeah, you're right. A little bit of energy now.
Over 30 free throws attempted today. 27 total fouls have been called. Nelson back in the game for Arkansas State.
1-3-1 again, extended. Again, with Gordon and that long wingspan up top, just trying to challenge you to throw over him, which is what you don't want to do for Arkansas State. Even if you clear it, those are such long, slow passes that you don't want to have to pass over anyone.
Fields rattles home a three-pointer, and Arkansas State only down by 2. Jefferson still on the bench for the Trojans. Gordon turns and fires. Arkansas State a chance to tie it or grab the lead for the first time since it was 4-2. Red Wolves, they've connection on their last 4 shots. Trojans back to man-to-man. Do they go with Gordon with the 4 fouls? Fields, dangerous pass to Nelson, and he's fouled. He got shoved by Gardner. 8th foul on Little Rock this half.
4 on Gardner then?
Yeah, you're right. That is number 4. So your leading scorer this season, Gardner, with his 4th. And Jefferson getting ready to return.
The game can just change so quickly on you. Again, Little Rock, as we talked earlier, they had everything going right for them. And 1 foul leads to 2 fouls, leads to 3 fouls. all of a sudden you're in Arkansas State in the bonus. Now you've got guys in foul trouble, and all of a sudden the momentum has changed.
1-1 for Nelson. Little Rock hasn't scored in approaching 3 minutes.
I guess that wasn't Gardner's foul then, was it? He's still at 3.
Yeah, he is at 3, so they did change it. DJ Smith off the mark on a 3. Nelson with a rebound. What have you seen from Arkansas State in the second half offensively?
Right now, they're just trying to isolate and go one-on-one.
First lead for Arkansas State since it was 4-2.
You know, we talked about this early first half where I thought if Arkansas State could just start, you know, one-on-one with Ford and Fields just attacking them off the dribble. And now that in the second half they've got it. That was Fields the last time. They're just beating them one-on-one.
Whoa. Gordon was looking for a poster. He'll go to the line, a chance to put Little Rock back in front. Look at this.
It's a good challenge by El Sheik, though, going up with 2 hands. You know, Arkansas State's got to be careful, too. There's still a lot of game left. You've got now El Sheik and Nelson both with 3. And you know how game flows the games. You know, when you start calling a lot of fouls on one team, you know, it's always feel like it evens up real quickly. And if you're Arkansas State, you don't want that to happen.
Red Wolves are on a 13-1 run over the past 4.5 minutes. So Gordon and the Trojans are searching for their first points in over 3 minutes. Gordon has been awesome today for Little Rock. He's up to 15 points.
Another really good free throw shooter, over 76%. Really good free throw shooter for a big man.
Continues to shoot it well. 4-4 at the line today for Gordon. Arkansas State is connecting on their last 5 shots. 3 lead changes, 4 ties throughout the course of this matchup today.
That's a diagonal pass. Ooh.
Right into the teeth of it. El Sheik leaves it short.
The diagonal passes against a 1-3-1. They had it.
Little Rock searching for their first field goal in almost 6 minutes. Speaker with a high arcing 3 that is an air ball and out of bounds. Speaker has only made 2 3-pointers this season. Little Rock. And if you like free throws, boy, do we have the game for you. A lot of free throws.
It has been, especially the second half.
Yeah, both teams approaching double-digit free throws this second half alone. Remember, Gordon and Jefferson have 4 fouls apiece for Little Rock. Ford slides inside and banks it in. 17 for Terrence Ford, a new career high.
But they're just burying their head between Fields and Ford right now. Just burying their head one-on-one, clearing things out.
This has been a fun matchup. Gordon and El Sheik. Little Rock, they have misfired on their last 6. Under 5. Gardner puts it on the floor. Can he get it off? He does. No, he does not.
Yeah.
Shot clock violation. That's just the 6th turnover today on Little Rock.
They're getting the second half, though. They've been really late in the shot clock in a lot of possessions. I think part of that's Arkansas State's defense, certainly a good part of that. But I'm not sure Little Rock's not gotten a little too patient, maybe. Little Rock counters they go back zone again. They haven't been able to stay in front of the two guards for Arkansas State, so they try to counter it by going zone.
Five seconds. Tough two. Fields tipped up in the air. New life, Arkansas State. Omar El Sheikh does it again. 15 rebounds.
Yeah, with both of these teams, I think I think zones can be effective, but you've got to be able to rebound out of it. They're hard to rebound. It's hard to rebound out of zones.
Omar El Sheikh says, I'm going to take it myself. Largest lead of the game for Arkansas State. Again, Jefferson has been the go-to scorer today for the Trojans. This time it's Gardner who's fouled. Just the 6-1 on the Red Wolves.
Giving that to El Sheikh, that'll be his fourth if so.
It is on El Sheikh. Rather, it's actually on Felts. That's number 4 on Avery Felts.
That could have gone either way. I'm not sure. Either one of them's not good. You certainly with the numbers El Sheikh is putting up, you don't want him getting the fourth. But Arkansas State cannot afford to having a guard on the bench with their lack of depth there. So
Gardner, you look down and feels like a quiet game for him, but he's almost got a double-double.
Yeah, just continues to fill up the stat line.
This is where Ford has been dangerous. Yep. With a full head of steam all the way to the rack.
Yep. Simple ball screen.
Jefferson digs it out. Jefferson picks it back up. He'll go all the way to the rim and bank it in and tie it at 63. First field goal in over 8 minutes for Little Rock.
Well, when he's been on the floor, it's what a difference this team has been with him on the floor.
Ford, the career high 17 this afternoon. This time beats Nelson, and he's fouled. 1-1 on the way for Nelson. And if you're Little Rock, this is what you want. Nelson at the free throw line. He's under a 40% free throw shooter this season. That was the third foul on Chris Walker.
19 foul charge to the Trojans.
That's a 1-1 for Nelson. Seven rebounds for Gardner that leads Little Rock today. Little Rock has had the lead for almost 30 minutes. Step back three, Jefferson. He has been absolute money.
They got the switch on that. El Sheikh onto the guard, Jefferson. He stepped back and hit the three.
He's got 26, a new career high for the sophomore out of Georgia. Fields looking for an answer, gets rid of it to Ford. His floater, good. And a timeout called by Mike Pilato with under 4 each other last year. Both games were canceled due to COVID. It's been almost 700 days since these two teams collided against each other. Gordon all the way to the rim. Nelson might have got a piece of it, and it's eventually cleaned up by Myron Gardner. El Sheikh wants it. He's been the go-to player today. This time he's bumped and fouled by Gardner, pushing and shoving after the sequence.
That will be 4 on Gardner.
We'll see if the referees want to go to the monitors for the replay. see the referees talking with Gardner, and I think they just made the signal they will look at it. So second time this has happened today. And again, more free throws for Omar El Sheikh. He's 3 for 8. This has been the Achilles heel today for the Red Wolves. They're now 8 for 18.
Yeah, it's kind of the good and bad side of it. It has certainly changed getting to the free throw line. The fouls has changed the game and allowed Arkansas State back into it, but they certainly haven't rewarded themselves at the line.
And El Sheikh goes 0 for 2. That's rebound number 9 for Gardner. Here's Jefferson. Open 3, Walker, bingo!
Great extra pass by Gordon. You know, big guy like that. We talked about he's been such a factor, his length on the press, and have him make a nice extra pass like that to get to the 3.
And a hard fall, Caleb Fields.
That may be it for him as well. It is. He's been a great big factor in this game, but now he's fouled out. Gordon.
Yeah, he's been at the top of that 1-3-1. So Gordon will foul out in 32 minutes of action, 16 points and 5 boards. What a response by Little Rock. Arkansas State climbed out of a double-digit deficit. They took the lead. Little Rock did not make a field goal for over 8 minutes. But, man, the Trojans have made 4 of their last 5. They are playing at a high level right now.
Yeah, extra passes, finding the open shooters. Again, you know, the biggest part of that was when it all changed when Jefferson came back into the game.
Fields makes the first free throw, but also for Little Rock, how will it impact the Trojans, especially defensively with Gordon now out of the game?
Well, you get him out of the game, but then also he's subbed in with Speaker. He's already at 4 fouls as well, along with Gardner.
And 3 Trojans with the 4 fouls. Jefferson the other one. Jefferson, 26 points, career high.
We got a switch, got El Sheikh.
Speaker
on Jefferson, able to go by him.
And Jefferson goes to the line for 2 big free throws coming up.
You know, a few minutes ago when Jefferson hit a ball screen and Arkansas State switched it and El Sheikh stayed too low, Jefferson was able to hit that step back 3, get the same scenario there. And El Sheikh guards him tighter, takes away the 3, and Jefferson's able to get by him and get to the free throw line.
Marquise Davis comes in for Julian Lewell. What a performance by the sophomore Jordan Jefferson. 28 points in 29 minutes.
29 minutes, right.
You can hear Darrell Walker screaming out, "Don't foul." Ford. That has been almost automatic all game for the freshman Terrence Ford.
A chance for a 3-point play and just fouled Speaker out.
So now for Little Rock, you're looking at 2 of your taller players on the roster. They are out. Speaker and Gordon.
You know, and you give Arkansas State, to give Fields, and in that case Ford, credit. You know, honestly, the foul before that fouled Gordon out, you know, really he went straight up, 2 hands out. And same on this play. Speaker went straight up with 2 hands up, but the guards are initiating the contact. So they're jumping into him, and they're getting the foul. you know, and the only way to prevent that in a game like this is you can't keep allowing Ford to get that deep in the first place. And whatever that is, whether you're going to trap him early or chase him off those ball screens, he's just getting too deep and he's creating contact.
El Sheik subs out for Arkansas State. Free throws good by Ford.
Back-to-back three-point plays by Fields and Ford. And again, both defensively, they were straight up, but the guards did a great job of just jumping in and drawing fouls.
2 minutes to go in Jonesboro. Jordan lost control, a turnover. Felts, the corner three, got it. Just his second one of the game. That cuts it to a 1-point lead for Little Rock.
That's a shooter right there. He's been on the bench a little bit in foul trouble. Comes right back in. He's able to hit the three.
Kept in for the lead. It's blocked. Ends up
Another
to
three.
Felts for the lead. Rebound Little Rock. What a wild sequence. Thought for a second Jefferson was going to end up in her lap.
Yeah.
We got a timeout called by Darrell Walker. Trojans have 2 remaining with 1 3-point land. – 6-0 run Arkansas State. Coming down to the final minute. Gardner against Davis. Good defense by Davis.
Got what they wanted. Walker, he does the isolated Arkansas State timeout. Yeah, they got what they wanted. If you don't score, are you fouling right away? You know, thinking ahead of what ifs on this possession. And we see here Little Rock, they are picking up full court.
And Davis has to get it in. He'll throw it to El Sheik in the front court, and El Sheik is fouled by C.J. White. And it's Davis who's only attempted 2 free throws the entire season. He's 2 for 2 for his career, 67%. And he rattles in the free throw at a tied at 73. Clutch free throw by the senior out of Oxford, Alabama. Now this for a 1-point lead. First lead for Arkansas State since it was 63-61.
Again, Jefferson with the ball in his hands. How are you going to handle that? They
Crowd on its
switched
feet.
They switched again, but they switched Felts on it. Guard to guard.
Jefferson for the lead. Goodness gracious, Jordan Jefferson. Right now, Hunter Allen and KB Burdett, 2 of the referees, they were being sure everybody was on the same page before we resume action. 34 seconds to go. Terrence Ford, he'll bring the ball up the floor. 22 points, career high for Ford today. He drives and he's fouled. Boy, that was close.
Yeah,
2 free throws coming up for Ford.
So Arkansas State ran actually 2. It's almost like they run 2 post players out like they're going to ball screen, and both of those guys just sprinted away. They cleared out, took all the help defense out of the way, just allowed Ford to go one-on-one.
And that is an absolute backbreaker of a foul on Little Rock because Jordan Jefferson just fouled out. That is huge.
Terrence Ford will go line to shoot 2.
Boy, Ford has just been amazing. And again, I sit there and look defensively from Little Rock. He's able to get deep. And, every drive's been to his right hand. They haven't forced him into his left yet.
So Ford is a 75% free throw shooter, a chance to put Arkansas State in front. But if you're Little Rock, still a lot of time, 22 seconds left, but your top 2 scorers today have fouled out. You see what Jordan Jefferson has done, 30 points, a career high. Ford for the tie, does it. He's 3 for 3 at the line. Career high 23 points for Ford. His previous was 16 against Lyon College back in November. 1 point lead, Arkansas State. Little Rock, they do have one timeout left if they want it. Got to think they'll go to Gardner here, right?
Yeah, you would think. Again, high ball screen. See if they don't try to run some type of, again, one of those. It looks like they're just trying to clear it out.
They're not going to call a timeout. DJ Smith for the win. No. Rebound. Put up at the buzzer. It is good, but are they going to count it? They're going to review it. After all of that, Little Rock was finally able to secure it, get one. So he has a chance to make it a 3-point lead for Arkansas State. How fitting is this? The true freshman out of Chicago at the line trying to put this game on ice.
Yeah, Little Rock does still have one timeout here.
He replaces Omar El-Sheikh.
And now Little Rock will call lived up to the hype.
Two newcomers in Ford and El-Sheikh for Arkansas State have 50 of their 77 points.
Incredible. This for a 3-point lead.
Yeah,
Looked like he missed it intentionally.
That's exactly right.
Counts if it goes. Their ball, and Arkansas State holds on. They win their third.